I saw Very Dark post this the other day, and I was like, oh man, here we go again with Tati Gabrielle. Which, by the way, fun fact, I'm currently watching the show on Netflix with my wife, and I saw Tati Gabrielle in the show, and I was like, that looks like the chick from the Heretic Prophet. My wife looks at me like, the what now? And I was like, oh, it's a video game. And then sure enough, at the end, the credits rolling, it's Tati Gabrielle. I was like, yep, it's her. So he's like, you know who she is? I'm like, yeah, she's quite the controversial person, the controversial figure in the gaming industry these days. Vardark said, them. How can people dislike me so much? Also, them. Tati Gabrielle. Uh, Before deleting it, which I've covered before in a video, this was her Instagram post. Fragile masculinity, 100% incel tears, and flipping the bird. So DEI-licious. You mad, bro? So, I mean, again, she's welcome to share this, but don't come crying to the news reporters saying, why are people so mean to me? Why are they harassing? Why are they saying all these awful things? When you're throwing shit over the wall, expect the shit to get thrown back on you. I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but this was not a smart move in a long line of many not smart moves from Tati Gabrielle, who seems to be letting the success in Hollywood go to her head. This was quote tweeting Dom the Bomb, who said Tati Gabrielle on the hatred and controversy Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet got, and why it's motivated her to go even harder working on the game. The same people that were hating are going to play the game, and guess what? They're going to love it, so they can be bad. I mean, talk about confidence and cockiness. Again, I do plan on playing the game. But if I was not a YouTuber with an audience that wanted my opinion on stuff and cared about seeing the game themselves, I probably would not be playing this game. Honestly, just based off of the surrounding circumstances, it's not something that I would want to be supporting. But if I can play something and have other people watch me play it, save them the money and the supporting of it, I think that's a win-win all around. But let's hear what she has to say, because who knows? Maybe she has a point, guys. Maybe she doesn't hate us. I don't know. Maybe she's turned a corner and isn't going to play the victim here.
Yeah, I was, to be honest. It's sad to see that, video games, I think even more than TV and film, you have so much more world to play with the imagination, and we can demonstrate what the world can be in ways and worlds that we would never dream of. And so to know that there was so much hatred, and so much backlash, it was hurtful. But at the same time,
okay, so now again, remember what we just went over with what Vardark shared and that we've talked about plenty of times before. Most people have already seen that post. How she throws the first stone, and then when people give backlash to that, most, if not all, by the way, coming at her was because of her post. If people want to come at Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, because they're like, oh, here we go, woke, shaved head, lots of telltale signs of DEI injection, people are allowed to feel that way. It's not hate. This is a product that you are selling to consumers, people that have their own money and deciding to buy something or not. So it's not hate. You can't make someone feel bad to purchase something. That's not how this works. People are just going to be turned off from it completely. You can't bastardize your audience into submitting to buy your product. I don't know how many times these people need to be taught this lesson, but they are exactly the epitome of delusional. I think it's when you live in a different world and everyone's patting you on the back all the time, telling you, oh, Slay Queen, you're amazing, you're the greatest. When you're getting as many acting jobs as fucking Pedro Pascal, it is, I think, natural for the success to go to your head where you think you are better than other people and that you know and understand more than the average person. It's like, no, just Just act. Just act. I would argue that she's actually not a terrible actress. Like I said, I'm watching her and you, and I'm like, she's pretty good. Give her credit where it's due. She's pretty good. But for me as a consumer, seeing a shaved head main protagonist, female character in the retro 80s alternative reality, I can't help but think that they're trying really hard to push an angle of DEI into a game, especially a game that started production during the peak of DEI in 2020, 2021 during the pandemic. Everything just seems to line up. And now they're trying to make you feel bad for noticing. They're like, stop noticing. Just buy it, you bigot. Stop noticing what we're doing.
It was empowering for me to be able to go, okay, well, one, okay, this is where the world's at. And I think in order to change the world, you have to meet it where it's at. And two, to go 10 times harder than what it is that I'm doing. I don't, like I said, Marianne like taught me how to not back down for anyone, in anything. So in that way, yeah, no,
again, she is clashing against a potential audience right now that is potential wallets and dollar bills to buy her game. And she's meeting them with force and aggression as opposed to working with people and trying to come to some sort of resolution. It's a very strange approach. I don't think it's going to work out for you, Cotton, but we'll see.
I took the hurt, I swallowed it, and I turned it into fire. So yeah,
Playing the victim.
and I feel like those same people that were hating are gonna play that game, and guess what? They're gonna love it. So they can be mad. Yeah.
The cockiness. I don't feel like this is going to turn out well for her or Naughty Dog. Doubling and tripling down on this approach. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I genuinely don't feel like this game is going to sell anywhere close to The Last of Us. And I think that internally they're probably like, oh, you just wait. We got a banger on our hands here. I feel like you are missing the target audience. You strayed too far from it with The Last of Us 2. You betrayed people's trust. And now going into this game, people will be hesitant to support the company anymore after their trust was betrayed with Last of Us Part 2. Unless you just look at gamers as just generic consumers that don't pay attention to what happened before, and you think that people are just stupid and they'll just buy whatever because they're going to blow how many hundreds of millions of dollars on a marketing budget for this game just to put it everywhere, which they will because they already started doing that. And the game's not even anywhere close to coming out. So yes, I would expect a massive marketing push when this game comes out. I would expect as soon as the game launches, they're going to be screaming from the mountaintops. They're going to have all their buddies, their game journal buddies in the press, just like Assassin's Creed Shadows. Oh, it's a success. It's had so many players engaged. It's such a great game. They really proved the haters wrong. It's like, it's going to be the same situation all over again. And reality is going to hit. I don't think it's going to be anywhere close to the numbers of their expectations. Now, again, I could be wrong, but I'd be remiss to not give my opinion on the situation right now where we stand. I feel like there's a long place to go from where they are to where they got to be. And I think the problem with making a video game is it takes so long to make it that you are too far gone in the creation phase where you can't go back and redo things and be like, okay, we need to make this girl actually have beautiful hair and actually look traditionally attractive to an audience of gamers that will buy this game. They're not going to do that. They're going to try to sell you what they tell you is this is what is attractive. You need to get off to this. This is what's attractive to us. So you need to find this attractive too. It's like, no, I don't. I will tell you what I find attractive. You're not going to tell me what I find attractive. That's weird. That's really weird to do that. So I'm very curious to see what happens with this one. And shout out to That Park Place. They said Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet actress Tati Gabrielle mocks gamers in new interview, claims they're going to play the game anyway and love it. again, the levels of confidence and cockiness are off the charts. And I don't think this is the approach you should be taking with a game that has a lot of controversy surrounding it. I don't think it's the smartest direction. From Marvin Montanaro, Naughty Dog's upcoming title, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, and its main actress have already sparked intense debate throughout the gaming world. Lead actress Tati Gabrielle, who plays bounty hunter Jordan A. Munn, has found herself at the center of this ongoing storm. Rather than shying away from the criticism or just allowing gamers to voice their apprehensions, as is their right, which is what I was saying, Gabrielle has leaned in, dismissing detractors and predicting that even the harshest critics will end up loving the game. Again, maybe she'll be right, and we'll all say, damn, all right, she was right. The game is just really, really good. But I feel like when it comes to gaming, you have to understand the audience of who you're selling the game to. And gamers, for the most part, are the type of people that go into an experience with an expectation. And if the expectation is not met, they will be let down. If they're going in with an expectation of hating a game based off of woke elements, and none of those elements gets changed going into the game, there's going to be a large swath of people that are just like, yeah, no, it's woke as fuck, and it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. Nothing is going to change. It's pretty obvious. While confidence in one's project is admirable, history shows that mocking or alienating potential players, especially when ideological divides are at play, rarely ends well for a game's success. The controversy ignited shortly after the game's reveal trailer in December 2024, where Gabrielle's character drew complaints from some gamers about her appearance, often framed as lacking traditional femininity or appeal in a sci-fi setting. Which, again, as a customer, you are allowed to voice those concerns. Think about, it doesn't even have to be a girl, by the way. Like the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, when people were like, bro, what the fuck's going on with his eyes? Like, that's not Sonic. And they're like, we're hearing you, and we're going to fix this and make it what you want so that you will buy tickets and watch this movie and embrace it. And look what happened. Holy shit. They listened to the audience. They fixed it. They delayed it, and they made it right. And it worked out really well. Then we have Naughty Dog taking the alternative approach of fuck you, play our slop. You're going to like it anyways, which, I mean, maybe. Maybe that'll happen. Here's that post I was talking about earlier, which this post is going to haunt her because she can never escape this. This is the reality that she created. This is kind of like the whole collective shout thing when they're trying to act holier than thou. And Madame Savvy kept bringing up, yeah, but aren't you the guys that defended cuties? Yeah, but that's different. No, it's not. No, don't get away from the past. This is who you are. You posted this. This is who you are. You told everyone who you are. Now you're trying to play the victim when everything's not working out your way. Doesn't work like that. Sorry. In response, Gabrielle shared fan art on Instagram depicting her character hugging Siri from Witcher 4, both sipping fragile masculinity made from 100% incel tears, with Jordan flipping off the viewer and the caption, "You mad, bro?" It's a hell of a way to sell a product. I mean, not the direction I would go, but maybe, I don't know. Fuck. This post was widely interpreted as a direct jab at gamers voicing discontent, escalating the backlash, which, by the way, shout out again to Marvin for this article, because I really appreciate the tone of this, where he's just being fair, where he's just like, in layman's terms, this is why people are mad at you. Why are you ignoring that? Stop making it feel like people are wrong about being upset when you're not acknowledging what they're upset about. Fast forward to August 2025, Gabrielle doubled down in interviews addressing the ongoing hate, which we watched on that video as well. There's Vara Dark's video. Shout out to Vara, by the way. She's been crushing it. In a recent video, Vara dissects the comments, portraying them as cocky and out of touch, which I would 100% agree with. Video accusing Gabrielle of playing the victim while attacking potential customers, and questions Naughty Dog's strategy, and interview quotes arguing that such responses only alienate fans further. I can keep going with this, but you guys get the gist of it. The interesting thing about the Heretic Prophet, I'll be honest, is the amount of marketing push it's going to get from Naughty Dog and the amount of gamers that are very frustrated with the direction that they've taken their latest game. And I feel like it's going to reach an impasse. And where that line gets drawn is going to be more interesting than the game itself in a weird way. I know that's crazy because, like, at the end of the day, we're here for the games, but at this point, it's like there's so much drama outside the game that I'm like actually more interested in how it's going to be received than the actual game itself. I wonder how people are going to react to this because I feel like this is going to be like the exhibit people point to during the entire woke DEI push that originated in 2020 and what ultimately came from all that. But we will see, and time will tell. And I will definitely be covering it when that happens. But for now, I will definitely be leaving that